Want to learn how to use branding to increase your sales for your Shopify dropshipping business? If you do, then keep watching this video. What is up, everybody? Fred Lam here, and welcome to my YouTube channel where you get to learn everything on how to build, grow, and scale an online business. And now, more specifically, if you're looking to actually build a Shopify dropshipping business, I highly recommend you to indulge yourself into my YouTube channel where I share everything on how-tos, strategies, and even tutorials on how you can actually build your very own profitable Shopify dropshipping business. Now, before I get into today's topic, where I'm going to show you how you can actually use branding to generate more sales for your Shopify business, please help me smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video, you're gonna get notified right away. So first thing first, when it comes to dropshipping, a lot of consumers nowadays can actually see if your store is a dropshipping store or if your store is a real branded store. And for those of you that are starting out to actually build a Shopify dropshipping business, this can be a pitfall. Because if your store is created similar to other dropshipping stores, then obviously you would not have a competitive advantage over them. And in fact, as I said, consumers nowadays are getting smarter and smarter, and they can actually see if your store is a dropshipping store or if your store is an actual branded store. And in this video, I'm going to actually share with you the top 5 quick tips that you can actually use to turn your Shopify dropshipping store into a branded store to make more sales. So without waiting further ado, let's dive right into these 5 quick tips. So branding tip number 1 is your logo. Listen, a lot of people actually brush off and ignore their logo. But I can tell you, when you're running ads, the first thing people see is actually your logo. And when they click on your ad and go to your product page, again, the first thing they see is really going to be your logo. After all, your logo represents your brand and it represents your business. And if you have an unprofessional logo being made, it's a real huge turnoff to consumers and they will leave your site almost immediately. But if you're wondering, well, how can I make a logo that stands out and that is branded? The answer is very simple. You want to have a minimalist logo design and keep the color tone into 3 to 4 tones at max. By having a minimalist logo design, you're keeping everything simple. And when it comes to branding, the more it is simple, the easier it gets across your message. So what I mean by that is that if you have a very simple logo and you can actually still get the message across that represents your brand, that is a branded logo. And having a minimalist logo created is actually pretty easy. One place that I always go is simply Fiverr. It will cost you anywhere from $10 to $15, but you are going to guarantee to have a minimalist logo created that's going to actually brand your store right out of the gate. Now, branding quick tip number 2 is to make sure that you give your product a fancy name. And I mean a really sexy name. When you start selling a product, let's say that you want to actually sell a massage gun, don't just call your product a massage gun. Give it a very interesting name or even make up the name. After all, when you actually look at even an Apple iPhone, it's not just called a smartphone, it's called the iPhone because that fancy name actually makes the product unique. And even if there are other people that are trying to sell a similar product, but if you actually have branded and advertised your product with a fancy name, people would have assumed that you are the original creator and you are not obviously drop shipping your product. And this is really one of the easiest way for you to actually start branding right away, which is to have a fancy, sexy name for your product. Don't call the product on what the outcome is. Make it a name, give it a good name, then actually showcase what your product can be doing and how it's gonna be benefiting your customers. Now, quick branding tip number 3 is to simply have what I call user-generated content. So instead of just simply importing reviews from your suppliers, what you wanted to do is to simply just order 5 or 10 different products and then just send it out. In return, simply just ask for a photo of your product and also having your product with someone's face using it. By doing so, it creates social proof. It proves that people are actually using your product. And when you do that, guess what? You instantly elevated your brand because you are not just having reviews, you're actually having real people either in a video format or an image format holding to your product. It actually adds an additional branding layer right into your store. Now, quick branding tip number 4 is actually your images on your website, especially on your catalog or collection page. Now, what I mean by that is when it comes to dropshipping, the beauty is that we get to simply copy all the images that are available to us and upload it to our store. But at the same time, this is a trap because if your images are not uniform and they're not looking the same way and it's really messy, it really turns off your consumer and you are going to guarantee to lose the sale. Now, what I mean by that is that if your images are all what we call lifestyle photos, simply having an image with some kind of background in a real life scenario, or if your image of the product is on a white background. If that's the case, you want to choose either one or the other to showcase in your catalog. You don't want to actually have a full catalog of photos that is absolutely not aligned and it doesn't look the same. If it does, then you're basically gonna hurt your business and that's not what you want to do. So stick with the same kind of photos when it comes to uploading products right into your Shopify store. Now, quick branding tip number 5. This one is by far one of the most important one out of the all 4, which is having unique photos. So yes, this is going to be additional work on your end and it may cost you a little bit more money. But if you can actually order the product and take some professional photos specifically for your product that you're not copying and pasting from your vendors, that actually gives you a competitive advantage because people want to see products from different perspectives. And if you actually have a lot of photos of your product that people can't even use because you created it and you're giving those perspectives to your consumer, then you're instantly, once again, branding your product as well. And the more perspective and angles that you're actually able to showcase for your product, once again, it gives you a huge competitive advantage. So at the end of the day, when it comes to building a Shopify dropshipping business, nowadays there's actually more work that you would need compared to a couple years ago. But these are obviously additional steps that is going to set you up for long-term success. So again, I would highly encourage you to rewatch this video and actually apply all 5 of these quick tips. And if you do, I'm confident to say that you will generate a lot more sales than what you are making. And again, if you are brand new and you're looking to actually learn how to build a Shopify dropshipping business, listen, I have some links in the video description right down below that you can actually check it out and even check out our Shopify approved course that we have. So with that being said, again, please rewatch this video, implement what you learned, and actually see the results yourself. And once again, visit my YouTube channel to indulge yourself into all my Shopify tutorials, because in it, it's going to help you make more money and also reduce your costs. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please help me smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video, you're gonna get notified right away. Till next time.